Have you ever gazed out at the vast expanse of the ocean and wondered, how did all this come to be? Or pondered the incredible diversity of marine life and asked, where did it all begin? These are not just idle queries, but profound questions that dig deep into the history of our planet Earth. It all started about 4.5 billion years ago when Earth was a hot, molten mass of rock. As it cooled down, water vapor started to escape from the interior of the planet, forming the first atmosphere. The water in the atmosphere then condensed and fell down as rain, filling the low areas and creating the first oceans. Over hundreds of millions of years, these oceans continue to grow and evolve, shaped by the movements of the Earth's crust. The tectonic plates shifted, creating deep ocean trenches and raising massive mountain ranges. The water cycle, driven by the power of the sun, kept the oceans replenished and in motion. But what about life? How did the oceans become teeming with creatures of all shapes and sizes? Well, the story of life begins with the simplest of organisms. About 3.5 billion years ago, the first single-celled organisms appeared in the oceans. These were tiny, simple creatures, but they were alive. And they were the first step on the long road to the incredible diversity of life we see today. Over billions of years, these single-celled organisms evolved, becoming more complex. They developed the ability to photosynthesize using the sun's energy to create food. This process released oxygen into the atmosphere, dramatically changing the Earth's environment and paving the way for more complex forms of life. Around 600 million years ago, the first multicellular organisms appeared. These were the ancestors of all the animals we see today, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales. The oceans became a cradle of life, a place where evolution could experiment with forms and functions, leading to the stunning diversity of marine life we see today. In summary, the creation of the oceans was a process that took billions of years, starting with the cooling of the Earth and the formation of the first atmosphere. The water cycle, driven by the sun, filled these oceans and kept them in constant motion. Life began in the oceans, starting with simple single-celled organisms and evolving over billions of years into the complex and diverse forms of life we see today. The story of the oceans and the life within them is the story of our planet. It is a story of change, evolution, and adaptation. It is a story that reminds us of our connection to the natural world and our role in preserving it. So the next time you gaze out at the vast expanse of the ocean, remember, you're looking at a story that's been unfolding for over 4 billion years.